But I mean, I don't know if it's these ones specifically, but you can see plants in the RPD that have the same like DNA sort of shape as the
the
ones that are in the lab.
helix trunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you mean the one that is knocked over here? Let me take a look. Well,
It
okay,
might not be that.
they don't look like helix. They're just regular trunks.
Yeah. There are definitely plants that do have that though, and I just thought that was kind of a cool detail.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we did see that in the lab, so I was kind of excited when I discovered that detail.
I just think it's funny that they're like getting decor from the evil lab beneath them.
True that.
maybe, you know what? Maybe they were like, maybe that was a gift to Brian Irons because they were like, oh yeah, here's what we've been working on. Like maybe they gave it to him as a present or something.
Guys, I have something that you need to see. Like, this is amazing. JMB HP3, this one. So let's just combine that. Make a larger mag. Very good. So now we can store it away again. Then I want the film roll. I'm going to develop that. Then I'm going to take the spare keys to the armory.
Film roll,
everything
please.
will be fine. Locker, DCM. Well, okay, we already know that, so that's nothing new.
ECM.
Spare keys.
Oh man, Sekiro's coming out on Friday.
Oh yeah. I'm actually looking forward to this as well because I was playing it on Gamescom. But I think I told you that already, didn't I?
I actually cancelled my pre-order though.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't encourage pre-orders anymore. I used to do that myself some years ago, but not anymore.
I still can't get past the fact though that it just looks kind of generic, honestly, compared to what From Software are known for.
What?
It just feels.
You think it looks generic?
Yeah. Well, not the gameplay, just like the setting. It's another like Eastern samurai setting.
To be totally honest with you, I think it looks pretty dope, but
I mean, it does look cool, but it's just there are so many games that have that kind of setting now. Like you've got Neo, and now they're making Neo 2. There's Ghost of Tsushima that's coming out soon.
Oh, you mean it's not unique anymore?
Yeah, like I don't know, like that for me, that was a large part of From Software's games was that like I always loved that medieval dark fantasy setting, and they did that in a way that kind of better than everyone else. I feel like, like I really feel like they did that better than anyone.
Okay.
But now when I look at Sekiro, it doesn't feel like a From Software game to me. It just it feels like something that anyone could have made, to be honest.
Those are harsh words.
I mean, I'm sure the game itself will be great. I mean, I love the look of the grappling hook and the stealth elements, but the setting, like, I just don't like the way the enemies look.
Okay.
I mean, the main character looks kind of cool. I like his prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
But
that one is cool.
It just, the setting really isn't that interesting to me.
Well, okay, fair enough. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Well, did you like the setting then, Bodo?
I always like settings like these, and well, to me, it's never a letdown if there are multiple games set in the same setting. If I like the game itself, then I'm totally fine with things like these. Personally, I'm not saying you need to be more lenient towards such things. I'm just telling you how I feel about this.
It's not the Eastern setting so much. I just think that From have done like much more unique takes on these types of setting. Like obviously with Demon Souls and Dark Souls, you've got the medieval dark fantasy. Bloodborne has more of a Van Helsing. Yeah. And just when you compare it to those, I don't know. I just feel like they were a lot more distinctive compared to this. Like those felt distinctly like From Software games to me, whereas Sekiro kind of feels like, I don't know, doesn't have that same feeling, at least not to me.
All right, fair enough. I'll probably
But
get to play it eventually, but not on release. I mean, considering the price, I mean, these games are ridiculously expensive nowadays.
and it's not like it has multiplayer anyway, so it's not like we'll be able to play it together
Yeah,
like the other Souls games.
I mean,
If it is actually a Souls game.
yeah. To be fair, I didn't expect it to have multiplayer or anything. I was just looking forward to a cool single player game with Souls-like combat and everything, and I think I'm going to get that. So I'm right now I'm happy with what it is, but yeah, I understand that you feel that way, and that's
I mean,
okay.
I'm sure I'll end up getting it at some point, but I'm just not excited.
Hmm.
And I wish I was because I love From Software.
But if it's like that, you don't have to feel excited or whatever. If you don't, then you don't. End of story. Nothing left to be said, and that's all nice and good. Don't feel yourself like bad about anything or whatever. Just like if you're not excited about it, then that's just how it is. Can't do anything about that. If you'll actually still enjoy it, then that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it develops.
Heard it's only 10 hours, or even less than that. I think someone finished it in 6 hours,
Okay, wow.
which
Impressive.
is pretty bad. I mean,
It's still a hard game. I don't think I will be able to complete it in that time.
like for a game that doesn't have online play, like where's the replay value?
Gotta be honest, I never want a game to have replay value. I mean, sure, it's cool to have replay value, to come back to it again sometime, but all the games that I like, Arkham City, whatever, they don't have replay value. Once you've seen it all. But I still enjoy them because to me, what matters most is the overall experience. And coming back to Arkham City, since it's my favorite game of all time, I always have a good experience playing it because it's just so right, you know? I mean, I'm not saying it's unique or whatever. I just enjoy it so goddamn much, and that's why I keep coming back to certain games. Like I said before, I don't want you to think the exact same way. I just want to talk about this.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Like my favorite games aren't necessarily replayable. I just replay them because I love them. And
Yeah.
I love playing them again.
Yeah, I just wanted to come back to the replayability thing because I hear players going on and on about like, oh, it doesn't have replay value or whatever. But to be honest, I don't care about replay value. I mean, sure, it's nice to have, but a game doesn't have to have replay value for me to enjoy it more. That's what I'm trying to say. Long story short.
I do agree with you, Bodo. But I just think that, again, like the Soul series, you could always make different builds, you could use different weapons, and and they weren't 6-hour games. Like Souls games take like maybe like 30, 40 hours to finish generally.
Yeah. I mean, they're role-playing games, and those tend to take a little longer to be completed.
And so the fact that Sekiro is apparently can be beaten in 6 hours or under 10 anyway, and it's not like there are different builds or there's no online component. Like it's very hard to be excited about spending like full price on a game like that.
Yeah. But to be fair, I mean, you always have to consider what kind of player that was. Was it a hardcore Souls fan who knew how these games work, how they click, how they tick? To me, I did play Dark Souls games, you know that. And even I was struggling when I was playing this game back at Gamescom. I was getting my ass kicked pretty much. I didn't even get that far in the demo. I just did a little bit, and what I did looked cool, so I'm still looking forward to it. I mean, sure, if you're a hardcore Souls, Bloodborne player, whatever these games, Soulsborne, you know what I'm talking about. The entire From Software catalog. If you know how these games work, then you probably will have an easy time playing Sekiro, or maybe easier. But I'm I'm fine with something that is 10 hours or something. Games, for me, games don't always have to be 60 hours plus or 30 or not even 15. As long as that what I am playing is enjoyable, I'm totally fine with it.
You're totally right, actually, Bodo. And I'd rather a game be like 10 hours of, you know, perfect, amazing content than like a bunch of shitty filler fetch quest missions.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
just to pad out the length. Like, that's not fun.
Yeah, like
You don't need that.
yeah, like Ubisoft games are nowadays, unfortunately.
And maybe that's actually the problem. Like maybe developers are too focused on value, on giving value for money. So it's like, okay, we need to stuff the game full of content that isn't particularly fun.
Yeah,
It's just filler, just to like reach a certain length so people can say they got their money's worth.
that's right. That's exactly the thing. I mean, look at the current gaming trend with all the big AAA publishers. We need to make live service games. That's the big new buzzword going about. Everyone has to have live service games. So something that players will keep coming back to over and over and over again for I don't know how many years. And these games, they will still be around. They are and that's the thing. To me, these games are just time sinks. It's nothing that I am looking forward to it. It's pretty much like work. I go to it and I do the stuff. Not like, okay, I do it because I want to enjoy this game, I want to play it, but because I have so much shit to do in a game. And that's what I hate when games do, because it's not enjoyable for me anymore. But yeah, I think you think the exact same way, so
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm all about the experience, personally.
yeah. And to me, that's the most important thing. If a game gives me that, then I'm totally fine with anything that happens. Okay, hold on a second though. I need to consider my options here. I did just find the jack handle, so I can go back to the library and do something else. I can go to the clock tower and use the gear.
Ah.
That's it. That's what I wanted to deduce here. Okay. Right. I have a grenade, I have a knife, so I can defend myself, even if Mr. X gets a hold of me or something. So I'm just going to run up the stairs. If he's not already there... Oh yeah, well, he's right outside.
For some reason, I just remembered this weird bug in Metal Gear Solid 5, where there's like this weapon customization thing where you can put suppressors on pretty much any weapon, and
Even
there was a
rocket
bug
launchers.
well, this is the funny thing. There was a bug for a while where you could take a grenade and put a fucking suppressor on the grenade.
A grenade suppressor. That goes against anything what a grenade stands for. It creates a fucking explosion. That's what grenades are for. Putting a suppressor on explosions is like, I don't know, eating bread without the bread. This is so strange. Oh my god. And did it actually suppress the explosion then? Was there just like an explosion without any sound?
I don't know if it did.
Oh my god. I need to know that. If it is actually like that, if if there's actually not a single explosive sound coming out, just like, you know, the visuals, the light, the heat, whatever, then that's boring. I toss a grenade because I want to have the satisfaction of getting a nice, juicy explosion. And if that's gone, then what's the point of tossing a fucking grenade?
Yeah.
Oh man. This would be too funny. I don't know if it's actually like that, but I need to know all about it. Okay, Mr. X is somewhere upstairs. I can just jog over to the library. Grenades without explosions. Fucking ridiculous.
Was it in Die Hard 2 when like there's a bit where I think Bruce Willis is in a plane and then someone throws a grenade in,
Yeah.
but it hasn't gone off yet?
Yeah.
That gives me so much anxiety thinking about that scene.
About grenades not going off.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ, it could blow up any second.
It's true. But that's to me that's the fun thing about the situations. What was most ridiculous about the entire thing is the fact that the grenades, they didn't explode for quite a long time. I think they were there for at least 10 or 20 seconds. And don't grenades usually explode after 3 or 4 seconds?
Yeah. Usually.
So I mean, sure, I know why they did it, because Bruce Willis has to survive, obviously. But, I mean, come on, that was just ridiculous.
What game was it where they would actually try and kick the grenades back?
I don't know.
Did they try and do that in
Whoa,
Battlefront?
that was a close one. I never did play Battlefield extensively, so I can't tell you anything about that. To be
No, I
honest.
mean Battlefront. Battlefront, Bodo.
Oh, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe.
It might have been a game with Nazis actually, because I have this vivid memory of like a soldier trying to kick a grenade back, but it blows up before he can do it, so he just dies.
Wolfenstein, maybe. That's the one thing that comes to my mind right now.
I mean, I guess if you've got a grenade at your feet, I guess that's the best thing you can do really. You can at least try and get it away from you.
Yeah, that's right.
But wouldn't the impact of the kick like set it off though?
I don't know how grenades work actually. I just know you pull the pin and after a few seconds they explode. I bet there's probably chemicals inside, black powder, something that makes the grenade detonate. But if it would actually explode by kicking it, I couldn't tell. Maybe. I'm not a guns expert.
That I've always wondered though, like if you threw a bullet really hard, would it like go bang against the wall or something?
I guess if you could actually throw things at the speed of light or at the speed of a bullet, maybe something like that would actually happen.
Or what if you just like hammered it into a wall?
Hammered?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like you actually use an actual hammer and
Yeah.
pounded it into the wall?
Yeah.
Maybe something would happen. Could be. I'm not sure about this at all. Whoa, hang on a second. Oh, never mind. For a minute there, I thought the bookshelves mended together, but you can actually see like the split, the line
Wow.
between them.
They are very close together though.
Yes.
Like, look at that.
It almost looks like they sort of fuse together or something. To me, at least. I was a little put off by that side. Oh, hello. Guess what I brought, Mr. Knifey. I don't think Mr. X is actually getting inside the clock tower, so I have a little bit of a breather here. Repair plan. Location, police station, west side clock tower. Due to the high cultural value of the bell, I'm calling a specialist in to make the repairs. We'll go over the details once they're on the scene, but in the meantime I'll take steps to secure the bell since the yoke is threatening to break. Alright. I know about that. So I can...
It'd be cool. It would be cool though, as just like a little Easter egg if they had like a big pair of scissors like hidden away in this room, just as an Easter egg.
That would be a fun thing, yeah. And I mean, like, you rarely go to clock towers in video games, so that would have been the perfect opportunity.
But then you'd get people going crazy, like, "Holy shit! Clock Tower remake confirmed."
But yeah, people are always crazy about shit like that, so... And those are fans, like, you give them something, anything, even the slightest hint, and they go, "Oh my god, Half-Life 3 confirmed Illuminati, blah blah blah." You know, that's how they usually go. There's no common sense or anything. They take anything they can get, just so they feel better about certain games not being announced or whatever.
Oh man.
You know how it is.
Oh, I don't know if I told you about this, Bodo, but the first time they announced the RE2 remake, the director, who's obviously a Japanese man, he was kind of on camera, and I think he had like a hoodie on, and then he unzipped it, and he opened his hoodie up, and he was wearing a T-shirt that just said "We do it" on it.
We do. Ah, okay. So like, okay, we're on it. Okay,
Yeah, isn't that funny though? Like it said, we do it.
we do it.
And you can actually find a there's actually a mural in this game that says "We do it" on it.